Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Leo from Planet Leo, and today I'm gonna be watching the brand new Madden uh, gameplay or Madden trailer, Madden 17 trailer. Madden is not really one of those titles that makes big leaps from year to year, so I'm not really expecting much out of this. However, it's very popular. I do like watching NFL football, and so let's see what this new game brings to the table, shall we? Let's get to it. Okay, so Gronkowski, he's the big shot this year. He's on the cover of Madden 17. And is that it? So that's all they gave us? Well, color me underwhelmed. I I'm not surprised by the lack of anything really. They really showed us nothing except for Gronkowski, which I guess is fine for a first look trailer. It looks identical to last year's game. Yeah, EA. I don't know what to say. EA. Last year's Madden was good. Every year Madden is good. However, I think it's time for EA to allow some expansion on the franchise modes in terms of updated rosters for 2 or 3 years, so that way they can just maybe sell you an expansion once the new season comes, and have them really tweak out the engines that or the engine that runs all of these football games, because it's really no different. It's no different. It looks the same. It's probably gonna place very, very, very similar to the previous games, which is fine. They've been trying to refine the engines since they got the franchise of Madden. However, I don't think that we're at where we should be at in football games because of the lack of competition. There's nobody else that has the NFL license when it comes to making these video games, so they're kind of just being a little lazy, should I say, because before that, when 2K also had the NFL license, they were really taking it to EA in terms of the franchise, and just the same way it's done it to them with NBA. EA's at the point where they took off, I do believe, 1 or 2 years to make an NBA game, and they finally released the game, and it's not even in the same ballpark as the 2K NBA game. The 2K is a great developer. They make great games. They were light years ahead of the Madden series back when they used to have the NFL franchise, and it really took 2K, I mean, it took EA about 5 more years of tweaking their gameplay to finally make it a more decent, more comparable to what 2K already had. So I think we need, really what we should have is the NFL allow other developers to have their licensing and see what other types of games we can have. In a real world, it's not going to happen. The NFL and EA make way too much money on these franchises, and it's not going to stop until we stop buying these games. These games are the same games, nearly almost the same game every year, except for a few minor features. They'll claim better tackling system, better this, better that every year, but really it's the same game practically. The only real jump we've seen in Madden in the last few years is when we had Madden brought to the newer consoles. That's when we really saw a jump. However, EA is just kind of dragging their feet. They know they have no competition. They know they know Madden is gonna sell every single year because of their updated rosters. That's what you're really paying for, folks. Don't get it wrong. And EA knows you're gonna pay for it. So we're kind of stuck as football fans, as video game fans, between a rock and a hard place. Yes, I like the Madden games. I like the series, but I can only imagine how much better they would be if the competition between 2K and EA would have continued. Just look at the differences in basketball video games for the NBA that we have between the EA developed games and the 2K developed games. It's like night and day, folks. I just want to say, very underwhelmed by this first look trailer. I know it's not even a complete trailer. It's pretty much just almost like a Gronkowski highlight reel. Yeah, that's it. I'm underwhelmed. I'm hoping that by this year's E3 they'll announce maybe something revolutionary, but I wouldn't get my hopes up for Madden. I typically buy Madden once every 5 years because that's when you really notice a little bit of a jump in quality. But oh well, that's life, I guess. We'll see how the next Madden turns out, and it's probably just gonna be a glorified roster update. That's it. I'm Leo, and this has been a trailer reaction to the new Madden first look.